Um, Over Women's Day and the last couple of weeks, actually, I was a part of a lot of these panel discussions about women's rights and um, the stuff that women go through. What? I don't know. Anyway, so when I was approached to do this talk, I just thought to myself, talk about failure. And I've been failing continuously since I was 14 years old. I'm very proud of it. So I thought that I would inspire people around me. You know, I see my friends and they're all going through so much. Everyone's going through something. But I think the thing that affects people the most, that really hits hard, is relationships or their failures or the impact that they have on you. So I thought that I'd make my talk today about all the horrible people that I've met through my life. But I'm really happy I met them. So I'm going to spend the next 10-15 minutes telling you about what a failure I've been, specifically what a failure of a love life I've had. But not stressing too much on it, but just relationships in general with people. But I can't tell you how happy I am with all the fails and how these horrible people have been the subjects of some of my best work, that's music and art, and why I'm the happiest version of myself at this moment right now because of these people. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to these. It's kind of funny. So I'm going to go through all the types of people that I've been failed by and tell you at the end of this how they actually taught me an invaluable lesson that I hope that you guys will take something from. And although I hate to think that my art and my music all just revolves around heartbreak and all of that, kind of lame, but it's true that the core of all of it does lie in pain that I've been put through. So you can imagine how all of these people that I'm going to tell you about right now have had an impact on my life. In a nutshell, I'm going to tell you about each of these personality types, and I think everyone's met one of these types. So the first one, and this one's actually really weird. This first person, the fake. So believe it or not, I've actually dated a person who had a fake identity, which is really funny. But 1 year into dating this person and several hints later, I kind of realized I was very young and very stupid, and realized that this person was actually not who he said he was. And I was so young and I was so hurt about the whole thing. And you're very impressionable when you're that young, and it kind of left a really bitter mark in me. But so that was the first really traumatizing thing that I went through, was discovering the fake. And then there was the flaker, a person that everybody I think has encountered in their lives, is the typical person, he thinks that he's God's gift to mankind, And so he had daddy's money and he thought that, oh, I'm so great and I was his slave, made me run around, got me in trouble with my parents a bunch of times. Then he broke up with me when he got bored of me. Then I cried for many, many days and I was over it. But yeah, another kind of made bad impact on me. Then the classic, the cheater. The cheater was an American hippie who I felt very hard for because he was a charming, intelligent musician. He took complete advantage of me and another young lady I knew in the city, cheated on one with the other, neither knew. And then the IFFR kind of came hard down on him, kicked him out of the country, and we were very happy, but obviously we were left very heartbroken and we were very angry about the whole thing. So there was another impactful episode. And then there was Mr. Popular, the bad boy, who now love can be blind is one thing that I've learned, and I think everybody knows. Love can be very blind, but this was love. This was love for a very, very long time, but I also got very badly abused and used, and at the end was so hurt within and without to a very unfortunate degree that I just ran miles away. Now you've heard of all the male characters. There's one female character also who gets special mention over here. The best friend at the time. Now this girl I've known since I was in the 11th grade. Through her birthday parties, we used to tell each other everything, all of that jazz. And she lived with me for a while, and then she just betrayed my trust and abandoned me for my then partner. Yeah, so there you have it. All these characters in a nutshell who broke my spirit in different ways. So sad. But guess what? The fake, the rich kid, and the cheater. I wrote a song about them, which I wrote with my then best friend, which I now perform with my band, the Ragamuffins. It's one of our most popular songs called Tell Me, which is a story about all of these characters. The bad boy wrote most of the rest of my music with my band based on my sadness or stories around him. And many of these songs have won my band a lot of recognition. And though we're a fairly new band, we got fairly popular very soon. So, really, all of these stories, all of the pain and the heartache and the crying and the tears and all of that, it amounted to what? It amounted to me being inspired enough to write these songs that so many people love. When I play these songs on stage, people are singing along with the songs. They know the songs, and it's so lovely to have that. I've had 3 or 4 successful art exhibitions which have had paintings and other mediums of artwork that revolved around these stories, around these heartaches, and that and these people were the root cause of all of this artwork. They at the root of it, at the root of those emotions were these sad stories, and they don't even know it. They got away scot free, but they don't even know that they're the reason behind some of my greatest successes. So really, I owe them a huge thank you. And I took that pain and I channeled my angst into positivity and productivity. And I've grown independent and happy because of the strength that I developed on account of the pain I had to endure for so many years. I have a band which I'm very, very happy with. We perform, we're called the Ragamuffins. We've broken up, we've gotten back together, we've had different people in the band, but we're very we're a very happy band. I've had art exhibitions. That was my most recent art exhibition, and yeah, that is all that I've taken from. Wait, wait. That I've taken from all of the sadness and misfortune that I've been through, and now most importantly, out of all of this, and I want everyone to pay attention to this because this is the biggest lesson I learned from all of the crap that I've had to go through over these years. And if I'm glad I went through it because at least I can stand here and maybe help some people know that I can promise you one thing is that whatever you're going through, you're probably going through hell or have been through hell, but it's all happens for a reason and you're going to come out on top and stronger. And the lesson that I personally took from all of this is now I know to look for the exact opposite of all of these characters in the person that I now choose to love. I'm going to say that again. When I have to pick a partner now, I will look for the exact opposite of all of those characters that I've had to experience in my life. I will look for the exact opposite of that in the partner that I choose now. So there you have it. Someone who's failed so many times and yet is still standing here strong, confident, happy. And I must say, I love horrible people because they have a funny way of bringing out the best in me. Thank you.